Wednesday, August 20th, the day before the State Fair. And we're reporting to you from the Minnesota Association of School Administrators, from MASA's World Headquarters building right on Como Avenue in St. Paul. As you can see from the lead-in, we're getting ready for the State Fair. The horse trailers are coming in, and as of tomorrow, it'll be somewhat chaos around here with the streets plugged, people coming in and out, and the smell of corn dogs wafting over our building. But it's an exciting time of the year. We know that all of our school superintendents and school leaders have been busy as well, getting ready for their school year. This week, many of you finished up your administrative meetings and are getting all of the final pieces ready for the opening of school. Next week, all across the state of Minnesota, teachers come back to work. First working in their classrooms and getting things ready, and then in their preschool in-services and workshops, so they're tuned up and ready for the new school year. You know, over the last 3 weeks or so, we've had a whole spate of negative news about the schools in Minnesota. No matter how hard we tried to counter the news about adequate yearly progress and NCLB, it just seemed like the headlines and the lead parts of all the articles and news stories were particularly negative. Even when we came out with the highest ACT scores in the nation, pulling away from our competition, even then the authorities and the media had to couch it in terms of, well, this is good, but. And we more recently had the science scores released with 40% of our students proficient. You know, we don't have more than 40% of our students in the state of Minnesota taking chemistry and physics at the high school level, and science has been squeezed very hard in our elementary curriculums as we've concentrated on reading and mathematics. I think 40% is a victory. And you know, we've set our bar high, and we're going to continue to do better. And I just keep waiting for the media and for others to say, you know, Minnesota educators, you're doing a good job. So it's a little bit hard to keep our heads up, but as school leaders, it is your job to help your faculties see the positive in what they're doing, even as they reach for greater and higher rigor. I had a wonderful conversation with Patty Phillips, superintendent at North St. Paul, just the other day. She talked to me about Mr. Wizard, who was the science teacher in Virginia, Minnesota, where she formerly served as school superintendent, and how he excited the kids about science. I encourage you to look at your faculties and identify those people who really turn kids on and tell their stories. Tell them to your faculty, tell them to your community. I also would ask that school leaders help their staffs, the teachers, the cooks, the custodians, the secretaries, the bus drivers, all understand how important it is that the positive stories of their community be told. Every time somebody on your staff goes into the community and tells a negative story about a kid, about a teacher, or about something that's happening in the school, that negative story is repeated on the average of 9 times. When they go out with a positive story, it typically is only repeated once. You have to have your staffs bringing the positive stories out from your school. You need to teach them about this, you need to coach them, you need to encourage them, and you need to help give them the stories so they know what to tell. So let's try to turn that image around more positively. We have excellent schools in Minnesota. We don't have to apologize to anybody. We have also set our performance bars and our standards bars high, and we're expecting a lot of ourselves and a lot of our students. And we're going to get there. I ask you as school leaders to be honest purveyors of the truth. Tell the story about how good your schools are, but also tell your communities that you're setting your standards high and you're asking your students to do better, you're asking your teachers to teach more rigorously, and we are going to work hard to prepare the workforce of the future so that Minnesota's society and Minnesota's economy can be positive. I wish you a very, very positive start to the school year, and let's get it off on a positive foot and work hard to do well by the children of Minnesota. We are so proud to be representing the leaders of Minnesota education. That's our back to school message. I'm Charlie Kyte. It's Wednesday, August 20th, and we are the Minnesota Association of School Administrators.